pussy we no gun dip tag. Like Chinese wire so the clip tag. Show it up.
Hey bad bitches and sad bitches, it's your favorite bad bitch Kennedy, and I'm back with another motherfucking video. So this video we're gonna be talking about life after cosmetology school, and I just figured I would do my makeup while I'm doing it so I don't get distracted. So I haven't talked to you guys. I don't think I have made a video since I got my license. Well, at least a hair video or even talked about it. But so I did get my license, and it'll be a year, I think, in December of me having it. Um, yeah, so basically, when I graduated cosmetology school, well, first of all, towards the end of me being in cosmetology school, I was working in a shop. I found a shop that was close to my house, and the booth rent was under $100. And I highly recommend that. If that's something you're interested in, find a cheap shop. Basically, it was like sweets. So she had sweets, but she had like space in the front of the building when you walk in, and she made a booth for me. And sorry y'all, I don't know why my throat has been itchy. It's that season. But so I was there, I was running a lot of specials. I was in a lot of Facebook hair groups getting clients, and it was going pretty well. So I graduated school. Eventually I had like some personal things going on, and I kind of was just over everything. I was kind of ready to work on my own. I was tired of the shop that I was at because it was it was a nice shop, but it wasn't 100%, if that makes sense. So, and then plus I have the personal things going on in my life. So ooh, so I just decided to leave. So I left, got my license, I left. Um, After that, what did I do? Y'all, I just butchered this brow. But yeah, so I left. I stopped doing hair for a little minute. I was working and just doing that. And then eventually I found a suite. So I went and toured a suite. I really wanted something nice with a lot of windows. And I found one. I thought I was getting a deal because it was a $200 a week suite, and I got it for 175 a week. So I was paying $700 a month. So basically I had got an increase on my credit card, so I brought all the stuff to like the essentials. I brought all the essentials I needed, and I started working in my suite. Things were going pretty well in my suite, and then I kind of realized, okay, you have to provide your own Wi-Fi here. I was never told that. The wash bowls were getting cold. It was just a lot going on. Like, it wasn't up to par for what I was paying, for what I felt like. And it was getting slow. I'm like, I was mostly doing braids, and I wanted to venture off into other things. I wanted to learn how to do color. And yes. So really was the tipping point was my job that I was using to fund my, my own business started cutting hours. So they started cutting hours for me, and it was just put me in a financial rut pretty much. So at one point I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pick up a second job. Um, and that's it. Like, I'm gonna find me a new job. So I applied to a place, and I'm not gonna mention the name of the place because I don't want to get fired because I still work there. And yeah, so I applied to a place to be like on the floor retail. And when I got a call back, they were like, okay, well, tell me a little bit more about your stuff. And I'm like, well, I have a cosmetology license, so I think I'd be, very helpful. And the lady on the phone was like, oh, well, we have a salon. Why didn't you come to the salon? I'm like, I'm already working on my own. Mind you, in the midst of doing all this, I'm praying to God to like get me out of my suite because I'm over my suite. I was to the point where I was funding my business so much with my own money that I wasn't able to enjoy my life, get out and do anything, because I got this high ass rent I gotta pay. I'm gonna have to get Wi-Fi. It was just all this stuff that I needed to do. Um, and yeah, so the place called me. They were saying, "Oh, why don't you come to the salon? We have a salon. You can make your own prices. You can do this. You can do that. It's a commission based salon." And honestly, guys, I was really skeptical, but I needed something right then and there, because the goal for me as a hairstylist was to never work for anybody, because that's the whole point of being a hairstylist. Like, if I'm gonna work for somebody, it should be myself. I want to run my own stuff. I want to make my hours, and I want to do me. So that was my whole thing. But I'm like, okay, right now I need to give it a try. Let me give it a try. Everybody was telling me right when I graduated school, you need to work in a salon first so you can learn things, this and that. You need to go to a salon. Because right after school, I got my own suite. I was just like, whatever. Um, like, you need to go to a salon. You need to go to a salon. So I went in for my interview. I had to bring a person in and do a style on them. So I did a service on them. It went well. They hired me. The same week I got hired, I packed up my suite and I was like, thank God, because it was really a burden at the time. Honestly, I don't know if I should go. I'm gonna say this honestly, because I was like, maybe I should wait to the end and say like what I would do differently. But I'm gonna say it now. If I was to go back to the suite, I would prefer. First of all, I don't need a super big space. That in my head, I'm like, oh, I need a big space so I could do stuff. But then you're like more worried about filling the space because it's so big. So I wouldn't go with a super big space. And if I did go with a big enough space, I would have somebody else in there. Because at times when you get like lonely, you're unmotivated, like you need to be watching somebody else. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So yeah, so I started working at a corporate salon. And at first, I came in on their what was it called? Their assistant program. So I was in their assistant program. At first, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. I love it. I ain't gotta come up out of no money. I did say I was skeptical because I'm like, okay, I'm in a predominantly white area, and at first I'm like, okay, I'm cool with having like a predominantly white clientele at first when I first got there, because I'm okay. It looks like, they're making good money. Everybody else that works there, they look like they love their job. Wasn't really any drama when I first started working there. I'm like, cool. So, mind you, and the reason I was sold on this place is because they offer. So it's a commission based salon. In my head, I always thought commission was like, you take 60, I get 40 of each services. Well, in this salon is different. You either get your commission or hourly, whichever is more. But the place that I work at, they kind of have like a sliding commission scale, if that makes sense. So in their commission scale, it's like uh from $0 to $900, you get 42% of your money. So when I was assisting, everything was cool. I was learning a lot. I was really happy. I'm making I'm not gonna say a nice amount of money, but like from going from like making okay money to getting consistent money every week, I'm like, okay, yes, this is perfect. I can see myself being here long term. I can see myself growing at the company. I was just like here for it, okay? I was so here for it. So I finished my 6 month program. And while I was on my 6 month program, the stylist I was up under kind of actually let me do my own thing, because she saw, you kind of, you know what you're doing pretty much for the most part of the most stuff. So everything's going good. I'm liking it here, and then boom, I get off of my hourly. And it's like when I got off of my hourly, things just started. I mean, not off of my hourly, off of my 6 month program. when I got off of my 6-month program, it just kind of seemed like stuff started going down. I felt more pressured that I need to get people in here. I started thinking, I'm like, well, am I really going to be able to build the clientele that I want here? Because at first I'm okay with it's hard to if you're in the beauty industry, I feel like it's hard to get people you can't relate to or you know what I mean? Like I want to be I want to be able to relate to my clients. I want us to be able to have a good talk every time you come in. And even though I know there's going to be some clients where we don't talk at all and that's our vibe, I'm okay with that. Other clients that's going to do this and that. I know it's differences, but for the most part, I would like my clientele. Like I have a desired clientele. So I just started feeling like pressure because, like, as soon as I came off of my 6-month program, they're like, okay, well, you need to be out there getting people and you're a cheer. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And it just started to get a little, um, it started to make me feel very overwhelmed. And I started, honestly, and I kind of feel now that I'm like being set back because I'm not doing the styles that I want, but also people aren't coming to me to get those styles because I work at a place that, let's be honest, for all the people that look like me, the services are high. Like they're high and they have to be high so you can make some kind of money at the end of the day because you have to at least average $1,000 a week to make more than your hourly. And it's just like, and then I'm averaging $1,000 a week and I'm getting less than half than that. To me is kind of crazy. So honestly, that's what I'm doing now. I'm kind of stuck in a hard place. Do I recommend you going to like a corporate salon? Absolutely. Like if you're fresh out of cosmetology school, go then because you're gonna learn so much. Like I'm staying because of the free education. I'm staying because it's a it's a good paycheck, but I also at the same time I know like I could be doing more. I could be doing what I like a little bit. I could be doing more stuff that I like. I could be um like I know there's better for me. So yeah, I don't know. How do y'all kind of feel about it? Because I feel like I need advice from other people in the industry. But I feel like honestly, if somebody was asking me this, I would be like, girl, figure it out. Like, do what you got to do to make you happy. So I'm gonna have to start doing what I would do. At first, I thought about transferring, but I really feel like I'm just not in a space where I want to work in a salon. Like, I just don't want to work in a salon anymore. And don't get me wrong, I'm still at where I'm at because I feel like I still have so much to learn and getting free education, but it's just like for the drama and the chaos that be going on, it's too much. Like for all the stuff that be going on, it's too much for me, and I just never wanted to be in a place that was drama filled at all, you know. So as of right now, I really thought this video was gonna be way longer than what it was, but I guess I really don't have too much to say. But yeah, so to anybody that's like, oh, don't get a sweet fresh out of cosmetology school. I'm oh my god. I'm not gonna tell you don't get a sweet fresh out of cosmetology school because I did it and I'm glad I did it because I seen for myself that I could do it on my own. But I feel like the only way you should get a sweet if you're gonna be on your own is you need to be continuing your education. Like you need to if you're gonna pay for classes out of pocket, do that if you're gonna be on YouTube University. And I feel like YouTube University ain't good, baby, because you're just not gonna know unless somebody teaches you. So pay for your education. Um do as much hair as you can now and get your pictures up. Make sure your pictures look good. You got a nice background. Like This is stuff I'm telling you. I would never tell you not to go get a suite because you can do it. Like, you really can do it. I could have done it, but also it's important. It's not about just having the money. It's about picking the right place because you want to be there long term. You don't want to be there for a little bit. You know what I mean? And if you want to be successful, you don't want to keep switching places. Even though hairstylists move all the time like that, it is what it is. But if you can prevent it, do it. I definitely suggest you going in. If you're gonna get a suite, go in with somebody else, just for motivational purposes. And yeah, so tell me, I would like for y'all to comment and let me know where y'all are at, and if you're in cosmetology school or just graduated cosmetology school. What have y'all decided to do? I'm not gonna lie. I'm very scared to go back independent since I've been working for corporate because I want consistent money. And also I'm at a point in my life where I want to move out. So I'm like, do I find another job that's throughout the week or something? And get not a suite, but get a booth or something and do hair on the weekends? Do I so I can move out and then, gradually as I build up my clientele, or do I stay where I'm at until I move out, until I'm there, and then I can start doing hair at home? I don't know. So honestly, I'm just praying on it. Like, I feel like that's all I can do. But I just made this video because I feel like it be like, I don't know, but in our not generation, but in our industry, everybody thinks it's so easy. You get a booth, you work there, you take a lot of pictures, build your clientele, poof. Um, and then you get a suite, or you get a suite, you start doing hair, and boom. Like, even for the unlicensed people, like, I feel like it's so easy for some people, but you have to remember that you're on your own path. And I have to remind myself this too. That's why I'm telling you guys. But you have to remember you're on your own path, and you don't really know what anybody likes life looks like behind closed doors. So you have to do what's best for you. Always go with your gut, pray on it to whoever you pray to, and eventually you'll get to where you need to go. Like, but life is all about choices, and you got to do what you got to do. But in a perfect world, I would. So I wanna ask y'all this because this has been on my mind lately. If you could, in a perfect world, what would your day to day look like, including job? Like, what would you do? Cause, or like, what would your perfect job life look like? I don't even know how to word it. But for me, I think I would have my own salon suite with either one other person or by myself. I would do hair 3 days out the week, and I would sell my glueless wigs. And then, what would I do? And I would be a content creator. Like, I would love to just make content all day. But yeah, that would be my perfect life. But I also feel like it's not up to anybody but me to create that. So I got to take the steps now. I can't always wait until I have it all together because I'll be doing that. Like, I'm like, oh, I barely have room. I have a small ass room. Okay. I have a small ass room, and I just be like, oh my God, I don't have enough room to make content, and my background just don't look aesthetically pleasing how I would want it to look. But I'm like, oh well, y'all gonna get it. And who watching, who fuck with it, who fuck with it. And that's kind of like, oh, what? Yeah, I don't know why I'm so stuffy. But that's kind of where I'm just at the point in my life right now. Like, I'm gonna put it out there, and who mess with it, and who don't. And I can't help. I can't force you to mess with something you don't. You really can't. You can't force nobody. I'm not gonna try to persuade nobody. You just gotta do what you gotta do. What you wanna do. But yeah, y'all. So I'm trying to think of more stuff that I could talk about. And it's kind of crazy. Like I've been out of school, and sometimes you gotta give yourself grace too, because I've been out of school what, a year, and look what I have done already. I've been in a shop. I have my own suite, so I know how it goes. I know what to look for the next time I will get my suite. Like, bro, next time I get my suite, I'm gonna go straight to the washboard and I'm running that thing for 10 minutes because I need to see if it's gonna stay hot. Because if it get cold, that's a problem. You need to ask if they got Wi-Fi. Do they have a washer and dryer? Because you're gonna need to wash and dry your towels. Do they offer anything? Like, what do you offer? How is the air conditioning? Does it get really cold in here? Is it really hot in here? Like, you need to ask all those things. Even when you go into a shop, you got to ask all the questions. But yes, it's important to, girl, I just asked a question. But it's important to ask all the questions because you don't want to get tricked into anything. And yes. And honestly, get what you afford, what you can afford. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might be like, oh, I mean, it only, because I was doing this when I got my suite. Like, oh, it only take me 10 people a week. I can get 10 people a week, no problem. But you got to think about when it's slow season, all this stuff that you have to think about that goes into being a hairstylist and owning your own suite and just period, like being in the industry, period. So you want to get what you can afford. Like if you can afford a little $100 a week suite and you find something, even if it's a damn shoebox, you can still make it how you want it. You can still make it yours, and your people gonna respect it either way because they like that one-on-one feeling. Most people that like to book with people that suites like that. It's private, you know? And that's one thing that I really like about my suite. Like I really got to talk with a lot of the people um I know, like I didn't know. I really got to talk to a lot of my clients like one on one. They was telling me stuff that they probably wouldn't say in front of a whole shop or somebody that's right there. And that's kind of like what I hate about the salon I'm at now. Like they be butting in the conversations, like it just be too much. Nobody, like the respect level is not there. They just worried about you making money. I hate when they come up to me and they're like, "Oh, the salon needs this much money. What are you gonna do to bring that in?" Well, they don't be like that, but like, so what are you gonna do to bring that in? What can we do to get people on the bus? Do you have any 62s to call? Maybe I did 62 my whole life away. I'm gonna keep calling these people and they're gonna block this number, girl. Okay, and that's what people don't be realizing. Ooh. But yeah, so life after cosmetology school can be hard. People always say, oh, everybody wants to become a hairstylist because it's fast money, fast money, fast money. Baby, that money is not that fast. Just as fast as you get it, and this is the truth. And I never understood when people said it. It's like, oh yeah, just as fast as you get it, you spend it. No, just as fast as you get it, you lose it. You gotta pay for products when you on your own. And I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather pay for products um then not have my peace of mind, can't listen to the music I want. Like that all plays a factor, and that was like all parts of the reason why I became who I became. So I kind of just feel like I'm lost right now. And I just want other people to know, because I feel like nobody talks about this in the industry, that it's okay to feel lost. Like, it's okay. Like, nobody, ooh, that was a lot. Nobody talks about that. Like, what do you do when you feel lost? When there's somewhere else you feel like you should be at? Like, I don't know. I feel like the only time corporate salons, you have to figure out what kind of person you are. Are you a kind of, oh shit. Are you the kind of person that needs a routine? Are you the type of person that likes corporate jobs? So when I was in my suite and I was telling y'all about how I lost motivation, I wasn't going into the suite. I was in my head when I got to suite. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit up there even if I don't have no clients. Like, I'll find somebody. I can get some people there. And I did up until a certain point where I'm just tired of waiting on people. My TV don't work while I'm in there. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I ain't got no Wi-Fi. It was so much stuff going on. But I don't know. Yeah, y'all just I just want people to know that if you're in this industry at one point and you're feeling lost, I have felt lost too, boo. Okay, it is okay, because I don't know why people be making it seem like this industry is so easy and all you got to do is post pictures and you'll get people. Like, honestly, but I cannot lie. Even with working in a corporate salon, even though it's going to shits now, I love all the things that I have learned. Like, there's no better there's no better promotion than word of mouth. Like, fuck the pictures, fuck everything. Word of mouth is where it's at. Like, word of mouth is the best promo. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I have learned so much about coloring hair, extensions, all the things that I wanted to learn. But I also feel like, and I guess this is with everything, you have you got to take your wins with your losses. Like, I'm learning so much, but I feel like I'm not doing the services I want. Um, I'm not even really. I'm building somewhat of a clientele there, but it ain't nothing that in interests me. Sorry, it's not nothing that interests me. Like, if you come get a blowout every Saturday, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, and don't get me wrong, I like doing blowouts, but I don't know, y'all. Like, that's why I feel like I'm in a weird spot. Am I being ungrateful? But I miss doing quick weaves. Like, if I could do the hairstyles that I would do all the time, if I could, like, if I was at home, I mean, not at home. If I was independent again, I would do freestyle stitch braids, straight to the backs. I mean, like, freestyle stitch braids. I just broke my brush, but freestyle stitch braids, medium knotless, large knotless, Fulani braids, and I would do ponytails. I would do ponytails, buns. I would do sew-ins, natural sew-ins, natural quick weaves, wig installs, and colors. Because honestly, what I feel like, and now I have the word. I have the word. So what I feel like, I just feel like my creativity is being blocked where I'm at. If I'm being 100% honest, I feel like I can't be as creative as I want to be. And that's why I feel like I'm being held back, but I'm not being held back technically. I don't really even know how to explain it. But yeah, y'all, I just feel like for people that make it seem like it's so easy and you just go to a shop. Nobody talks about like working in a terrible shop or the horror stories of or just like the hardships period. Nobody talks about that, and I feel like it should be talked about because it happens. I'm pretty sure the people that made it to the top had to go through a lot of stuff too, and I feel like people need to hear that so they don't think that it's just happening to them and this is not what they're meant to do, or stuff like that. But yeah, y'all, so I hope this little chit chat video made y'all see that everybody is on their own path. I definitely feel like it's gonna be easier for some people and harder for others because that's just how it is. Like nobody's the same. But I can't wait till I come back with y'all and share y'all how my business has blown up. Cause by the time I come back, I'll probably be back before my business blow up. But one day I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna be giving y'all advice and I'm gonna be giving y'all the real tea on how to blow y'all business up and how to build clientele and helping my people out because I know how hard it is. I know the struggle. And then when it's hard, when hair is like really a passion for you and it's not just a job. When hair is a passion and not just a job, it's harder to just sit and settle with for shit. Cause like this your passion, like you know what I mean. Like when you're not doing the things that you love to do, it kind of like kills the creativity. Like so, yeah, I definitely feel like this industry is hard if you're passionate about it. Fuck, I put my mascara on before I did my setting spray, so now I gotta wait. But yeah, y'all, I just want everybody to know that it's okay to be a sad bitch at times, but you gotta remember that you're a bad bitch and life is happening for you, not to you, and you got this. Like you 100% got this. Don't let nobody tell you isn't what you should be doing. Don't let nobody persuade you. And also, oh my God, if I could tell you this, do not take nobody's help. I just wouldn't do it. When you building a business, I mean, if it's a little sugar daddy, it take the help. But like, I'm not taking nobody's help. Cause no, don't take no help. And I mean, as far as help, like sometimes the people you love will try to give you stuff to get you ahead, but then it kind of backfires on you if that makes sense. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because you got to do what you want, and if you feel like you should take the help, do it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some more little tips I could give y'all, but all I can say is just this is a journey. It's a damn marathon, okay? And the race continues, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to keep your head up, even when you doubt in yourself and you want to give up. Because if this is your passion, no matter, mind you, and I've done it twice, two times or once, I've given up and not done hair, and then in a couple months, even in a week, I miss doing hair because that's just who I am. That's how I express my creativity, and I need it in my life. So you just gotta keep pushing, no matter what is thrown your way. Even if you feel like you made a bad mistake or you just don't know, you lost, you want to give up, keep pushing. God got your back, and yeah. So I want to thank y'all for watching. I know I'm consistently inconsistent, but hey, I can't help it. And I'll be back soon, possibly. So I'll see y'all. Remember to be a bad bitch and not a savage. And thanks for watching.